Topic 5, the Pythagorean theorem. Now, who remembers the Pythagorean theorem? Anybody? All right, it is right here. A squared plus B squared equals C squared if you have a certain kind of triangle and C is a certain length on the triangle. So, what kind of triangle do you need? Yep, you need a right triangle, which means you have a right angle somewhere. And then which side is the hypotenuse? It is across from the right angle. The hypotenuse is across from the right angle. It is the longest side of the triangle. So when we do a squared plus b squared equals c squared, you need to make sure the hypotenuse goes in for c. Okay? Other than that, you're just plugging it in and figuring it out. So, examples. Find the value of x. Make sure you figure out which side is the hypotenuse. So, here's my right angle. Which side is the hypotenuse? Yeah, it is x. So, we have, you can use this as a, this is b, and this is c. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. So, 5 squared, 5 times 5 is 25. Again, 5 times 5 is 25. 25 plus 25 is 50. We have 50 equals c squared. So the way that we solve that, to multiply a number by itself, c squared, to get 50, we need to find the square root of 50. Because the square root of 50 means the number multiplied by itself. It's the inverse operation. So, the square root of 50. We can simplify. You are going to have to give your value of c, or which is x in this case. I should have written x here, sorry. X in simplest radical form, so we need to simplify root 50. Well, remember your perfect squares. What perfect square goes into 50? If you need to write them out, do so. Okay, here they are on the bottom. Oh, 49, so 50 would be there, so the smallest one would be 25. So that, or the biggest one I should say, 25 times 2, the square root of 25 is 5. So we get 5 root 2 equals x. Okay. The next one, which side is the hypotenuse? So we find the right angle, which is right here. That gives me 10 as the hypotenuse, so that's going to go in for c. You can use a and b right here. Okay, it doesn't matter which one is which. So if we do a squared, so 6 root 2 squared, plus b, which is x squared, that equals 10 squared. So 6 root 2 squared, remember, that is 6 root 2 times 6 root 2, which gives me 6 times 6 is 36. Root 2 times root 2 is root 4, which is 2. 36 times 2 is 72. Plus x squared equals 10 times 10 is 100. We minus the 72. 100 minus 72 is 28 equals x squared. So again, a number by itself to get 28 is going to be the square root of 28. So x equals the square root of 28. And remember, I'm going to write up here, 28. Square root, that goes into that, not 16, not 9, 4. Would be 4 times 7. The square root of 4 is 2. So x equals, I'm going to write that, x equals 2 root 7. And there you have it. That is how we solve problems using the Pythagorean theorem. Go ahead, do the U-tries, have fun, and we'll talk about them tomorrow in class.